(2023) Former Enugu governor predicts woeful fall of Igbo if they fail to accept reality of Tinubu's presidency. This must be the people that are actually bringing down the Igbo people for their selfish political interest, I'm sure. Former Enugu State Governor Ken Nnamani has simply made it known that the Yoruba are not the problems of the Igbo. In a long piece, he x-rayed the relationship between the Igbo and the Yoruba and urged them to face the reality of the incoming president, Bola Tinubu. Nnamani predicted further that the two major political parties will lose the forthcoming presidential election in 2023. The former governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Nnamani, also said that it is not late for the Igbo to reflect on and carefully x-ray the looming reality of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In his long piece, The Igbo Insularity and its Yoruba Wahala, Nnamani asked Igbos several questions bordering on their relationship with the Yoruba, noting that the Yorubas are not the problem, as Daily Independent reported. All right, so when he said, when you shift power to Yoruba, you don't go to Kwara or Kogi, you go to Southwest. But the weakness of the Southeast zone is patently obvious, such that they throw any bone at us and we bite. We must always be expected to show gratitude for any pittance. After all, we were spared with no victor, no vanquish. We should be happy and don't worry. We can always resort to spare parts and hugging containers for this ongoing political expedition. My Igbo people have suffered the consequences of socio-political insularity. He further said that two parties will lose the presidential election in 2023. Now, he noted, he categorically stated that the two political parties with emotional capture of my people will lose the presidential election. One, a pure exercise in self-driven political catharsis. The other, of a known abuser and denigrator of my people, the Nation also reported. Although Legit NG observed the former governor did not mention the names of the political parties, it appeared that he was referring to People Democratic Party and the Labour Party. It's obvious now because he is already speaking on behalf of APC, all right, and on behalf of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So he's obviously referring to Labour Party as the one that is conducting emotional capture of the Igbo people and every other person, and then the PDP as the denigrator of the Igbo people. Okay, Nnamani cautioned that the Igbo has to retrace the steps of Okpara and Awolowo, the United Progressive Grand Alliance and Igbo Yoruba Alliance. It is not late for the Igbo to reflect on and carefully x-ray the looming reality of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, wow. So what Chieften Nnamani is saying at Enugu is that the Igbos should accept and embrace the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Yoruba presidency as an APC chieftain in the Southeast. Well, as an APC chieftain, he has his right and freedom to campaign and say whatever he wants to say on behalf of the party. But the truth is, when he was the governor and up till now that he is still a key player of the party and in politics, what good has happened in the southeastern states? That is the truth. One of the things we don't do in this country is that we don't bring governors, both past and present, to book. They are the people in charge of the economy of the state, security of the state, and the well-being of the citizens of the state. But what do? When they get allocation from Abuja, They keep it to themselves and share it the way they want to share it. And that is why they disenfranchised the local government chairmen. The local government chairmen are no more autonomous. They don't have a budget of their own, and they don't control any fund. They only spend what the governor gives them, because the governor wants to have them in his pocket perpetually. And that is why development is also not coming to the grassroots. In those old days, prior to independence and shortly after independence and up till late 1970s, we saw how Ministry of Works, how local government chairmen were doing roads, how local government councillors were doing even environmental checks in almost all the villages, and all the roads were cleared. You could stand and see afar, because no tree is allowed to fall into the road, no grass is allowed to grow by the roadside. All of that are gone. Today, the local government chairman will go to the governor to beg for money, or to beg for a project to be done, if he will even be given. In fact, local government chairmen do not even have voice anymore before the governors, because both those offices are used as compensatory offices for political thugs and for boys that have worked for the party. So at the end of the day, it's seen as a favor. So I don't understand. What I'm trying to drive at here is that our governors are not doing enough, both past and present. So Ken Namane cannot be canvassing for APC at this time, when all their years of politics, nothing has actually happened. Almost all of them, all over the country, they will tell you they will give you this, they will do that. When they enter power, they will promise heaven and earth. But immediately they enter, they become lords of the ring, and nobody can talk to them anymore. And nobody can even have access to them anymore. They cut the short. They determine who sees what. The fund that they're getting from federal posts as allocation, they handle it the way they want. That's why after 4 years in office as governor, they become richer than the state, and sometimes richer than the nation. And nobody can call them to order, because they think they are lords. So all these people coming here to say canvassing for Tinubu, well, everybody has right to vote who he wants to vote for, all right? But we are praying that we should vote wisely come 2023, and then, we remove this country from the hand of these old politicians that are recycling themselves. They really don't have anything to offer. They've never been able to offer anything in the past, and they can't offer anything now, and they don't have anything they can offer even in the future. So the best thing, to be able to recover the destiny of this country and the destiny of our citizens, the country must be recovered from the hand of these old politicians. Because they are the people that have plunged this country into this condition that it is right now. They don't have anything to tell us. They can't justify their performance. They don't have genuine performance record. Now, Obi, for the 8 years he has been in Anambra State, or he was in Anambra State as a governor, his record is loud. And now people are jittery, people are scared, people are being threatened by his emergence and by his popularity and by his performance. And so they are always looking for a way to discredit him all the time, so that the people will say Peter Obi is one of them. Don't trust him. It's a story. People now know the truth. People now know the truth. You can't coerce people anymore. So this is what Ken Namani is saying to the Igbos, to embrace the Yorubas and then form alliance with the Yorubas, because that is when they think they can benefit from the political or from the democratic benefits. So let's see how that goes down with all the Southeastern people, if they will listen to Ken Namani or not. I know that every political party has its own fan in every state, but then we have to be objective about it. We have to be objective about who we support and how we support, during this forthcoming election. So thank you for listening, and let's hear your take concerning Ken Namani's comment for the Igbos about the Igbo-Yoruba alliance.